The Blue Dragon Film Awards are known for unpredictable moments, but nobody expected this one to dominate the entire night. Not a performance. Not a speech. Not a fashion highlight. Instead, the moment that set the entire internet on fire was a 2-second reaction from Song Hye Kyo, all because the winner walking up the stage was none other than Lee Min-ho, her ex-boyfriend whose relationship with her once shook the entire Hallyu industry. The event had already been trending the whole week because of its star-studded guest list, but when fans realized both Song Hye Kyo and Lee Min-ho would be in the same venue, breathing the same award show air, the anticipation doubled instantly. These are two megastars with global fanbases so large they practically have their own ecosystems. They don't just trend, they shift the internet. And when you put two former lovers with that level of influence in the same hall, people start preparing popcorn. The red carpet hinted that something interesting was coming. Song Hye Kyo was, as always, effortlessly elegant. She didn't need dramatic jewelry or a loud-colored gown, her simple black dress and quiet confidence were enough to trend worldwide. Fans called her the woman who ages backwards, the silent slayer, and the definition of Korean luxury. She walked with the same aura she has carried for years, calm, refined, like she doesn't need to speak to dominate a room. Then, shortly after, Lee Min-ho stepped onto the carpet. If Hye Kyo was elegance, Min-ho was charisma. He had the kind of confident stride and soft smile that reminded everyone why he became one of the most iconic leading men in K-drama history. The fans screamed. The cameras flashed endlessly. Reporters kept shouting his name. And for a brief moment, the timelines of their careers seemed to align again, not romantically, but historically. Inside the venue, they were seated apart. Nothing too close. Nothing suspicious. Just normal award show placements. But everyone knew the most interesting moment would come when Min-ho's category was announced. He had been nominated for his dramatic transformation in a darker role that showed a new side of him as an actor. Critics praised him. Directors applauded him. Fans pushed hard for him to win. So the tension in the hall was electric when the presenter opened the envelope. That's when the moment happened. The award goes to Lee Min-ho. And the hall erupted. People clapped loudly. Fans screamed. The camera naturally shifted to Min-ho first, smiling, humble, clearly honored. But then, within seconds, because the cameraman had either divine intuition or messy curiosity, the shot cut straight to Song Hye Kyo. 2 seconds. Just 2 seconds. But it was enough to send the internet into chaos. In that instant, Hye Kyo didn't look shocked or emotional. She didn't look upset or overly happy. She simply gave a soft, composed applause, the kind of respectful acknowledgement you give when a fellow professional receives something they worked hard for. Her expression was neutral. Her posture perfect. Her clap gentle, not forced, not exaggerated. And the internet lost its mind. Those 2 seconds became the most rewound, rewatched, slowed down, zoomed-in clip of the entire night. People uploaded it to Twitter, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, every platform. It went viral within minutes. Some people said she looked proud of him. Others said she looked indifferent. Others claimed they saw a tiny shift in her eyes that meant nostalgia. Editors slowed the clip down to 0.25 speed. Others cropped her face into a meme. And of course, fan accounts resurrected old photos from when they were rumored to be quietly dating during a CF shoot years ago. Comment sections went wild. She looks so mature. This is how adults handle life. Be honest, her eyes said something. This cameraman woke up and chose K-drama energy. I smell unfinished business. But the truth is that nothing dramatic happened. And that's exactly why it was fascinating. People weren't reacting to a scandal, they were reacting to a moment of maturity between two people who once had a connection. And it wasn't just Hye Kyo's reaction that fueled the flames. When Lee Min-ho walked on stage, he gave a heartfelt acceptance speech. He thanked his team, fans, and colleagues. His voice was calm and steady. But at one point, while scanning the audience, he looked toward the middle section, exactly where Song Hye Kyo sat. It was a small glance, barely noticeable unless you slowed the footage. But that was enough for fans to begin dissecting it like forensic analysts. Some said his eyes softened. Some said it was accidental. Some said it was a respectful acknowledgement of shared history. Others insisted it was just him scanning the room while speaking. But that didn't stop fan edits from popping up everywhere. Almost instantly, TikTok was filled with slow-mo videos pairing their reaction shots to dramatic OSTs. Some even made, if they reunited in a drama edits. And then there were nostalgic threads revisiting their rumored dating era, the luxury brand photoshoots, the behind-the-scenes clips, the interviews where he described his ideal type in a way that suspiciously matched her energy. Somehow, the internet had turned a 2-second reaction and a glance into a full story arc. But beyond the chaos, beyond the memes, beyond the hard-eyed fantasies that fans posted, the truth is that this moment hit people because it reminded them of something simple: you can grow, succeed, and coexist with someone from your past without drama. Song Hye Kyo didn't look uncomfortable. She didn't avoid looking forward. She didn't shift awkwardly. She didn't whisper to the person next to her. She didn't force a smile. She simply clapped with elegance, poise, and the confidence of a woman who has survived decades in the harshest entertainment industry in Asia. Meanwhile, Lee Min-ho stood there as a man who had evolved far beyond his early career pretty boy image. He stood as an actor who has worked, experimented, failed, improved, and reinvented himself. And that's why the moment felt cinematic. It wasn't about romance. It wasn't about tension. It was about the timing of two people who once shared a moment in their lives meeting again in a different chapter, on a night that celebrated growth. After the awards, neither of them addressed the viral reaction. Song Hye Kyo's agency, known for staying silent during trend storms, released nothing. Lee Min-ho's agency focused only on his win. No gossip. No interviews. No clarifications. But the internet wasn't ready to move on. People began creating theories. Some said fate was doing something. Some begged for a drama casting director to put them together. Some joked that the cameraman needs to win Best Supporting Instigator. Some compared her reaction to her reactions at previous award shows, analyzing her body language like experts. The most interesting part? Even younger fans, who were too young to remember their rumored relationship, suddenly became obsessed. They started posting comments like, "Wait, Song Hye Kyo and Lee Min-ho were a thing. Why didn't anyone tell me about this couple? This is giving 2010s fanfiction energy." It became the top trending topic in multiple countries. Even non-Korean entertainment outlets picked it up, calling it the award show moment people can't stop talking about. But here's the real reason it went viral. People love closure, nostalgia, and the idea of two successful individuals crossing paths again without bitterness. Because sometimes, the quietest reactions speak the loudest. And sometimes, a respectful clap from an ex is more interesting than any scandal. Their moment reminded people of simpler times in K-drama culture, the era of massive CF campaigns, iconic love stories, dreamy visuals, and fan theories that used to dominate blogs and forums. It reminded people that behind the fame, behind the titles, behind the global spotlight, celebrities also have their own personal journeys, ones that the public never fully sees. And maybe that's why this moment mattered. Song Hye Kyo showed that grace is timeless. Lee Min-ho showed that growth is visible. And the internet showed that it will never ignore a perfectly timed camera cut. This won't change their lives. This won't reignite old flames. This won't turn into a scandal. But what it did do was give fans a moment they'll remember for years, a moment that blends nostalgia, curiosity, maturity, and storytelling into one viral clip. Because sometimes, all it takes to shake the entire internet is just 2 seconds.